While in Seattle recently, I visited Volunteer Park, a beautiful Olmsted-designed landscape park in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood. Featured within the 48.3-acre park is a Glasshouse Conservatory, the Seattle Asian Art Museum, a volunteer-run Dahlia garden, and a city water tower and reservoir. This park has so much to offer, and I loved exploring it. If you watched my previous video about Peninsula Park in Portland, Oregon, you might recognize the name Olmsted. Established in 1898, the Olmsted Brothers Company was a well-known landscape architecture firm in the United States. Throughout the early 1900s, the Olmsted Brothers completed many high-profile landscaping projects, many of which are still well-known. They include park systems, universities, state capitals, and residential neighborhoods. In 1903, the Seattle Park Board brought in John Olmsted to design a park and boulevard system that connected Volunteer Park with other city green spaces. Formal plans were prepared in 1904, and construction on the park was mostly completed by 1912. The park's appearance and features have changed a bit since then, but its design history still remains a significant influence on the park's evolution. Volunteer Park was named in 1901 in honor of the volunteer soldiers who fought in the Spanish-American War. The city of Seattle originally purchased the 40 acres of land in 1876 for $2,000 from a sawmill engineer named James M. Coleman. The eventual development of the park was a result of the massive influx of people to Seattle following the Klondike Gold Rush. The city's population nearly tripled between 1900 and 1910, providing Seattle with enough residents and wealth to take on large city improvement projects. The Olmsted brothers strongly believed that natural scenery provides psychological benefits and emphasized open green spaces for passive recreation and contemplation. Strategic tree plantings help organize the space and frame views, and multi-layered vegetation rings the exterior of the park, blocking views of the streets and surrounding homes. Much of the landscape appears purposefully natural, even though the extensive grading and planning has shaped the landscape that visitors experience. One of the park's original landmarks is the water tower located at the south entrance. The tower is over 75 feet tall and is the highest point on Capitol Hill with an overall elevation of 520 feet. The water tower is free to enter and provides some exercise with 107 steps to get to the top. From the observation deck, you'll find beautiful views of the city, with the Space Needle being easy to spot. The standpipe within the tower is still in use and holds 883,000 gallons of water. At the base of the tower, landscape paths lead through to one of two lily ponds filled with frolicking ducks. The path leads to an overlook area for one of Seattle's first municipal reservoirs. The reservoir is currently offline, but is still maintained by Seattle Public Utilities for emergency purposes. On the reservoir overlook platform is a modern sculpture called Black Sun by Isamu Noguchi. The sculpture was installed in 1969 for the Seattle Art Museum. During the park's development, John Olmsted opposed the inclusion of a science museum in the park, arguing that it would harm the park's character. The proposed science museum was placed elsewhere, but in 1932, about 10 years after Olmsted's death, the Seattle Art Museum was built within the park. In 1994, the building was updated to house the Seattle Asian Art Museum. The museum overlooks the reservoir and is a nice stop when visiting the park. Moving further into the park, there's a small dahlia garden that blooms from July through to the first frost. The garden is maintained by Puget Sound Dahlia Association, whose members have been planting them every year since 1984. The dahlias add a punch of vibrant color to the area and are a wonderful community addition to the park. I recognized a few of the varieties, but there were so many unique, interesting dahlias that I've never seen before. Each plant and row were labeled meticulously, but I couldn't find any information where the public could use this reference. The dahlia plants had some powdery mildew that is normal in this area at this time of year, but that didn't stop the flowers from being in full bloom and thriving. Further down the tree-lined street beyond the Dahlia Garden, the Volunteer Park Conservatory sits at the northern edge of the park. This Victorian-style glass house was a part of the original park design and was transported by rail from New York to Seattle in 1912. The building has had substantial renovations over the years, but still maintains its original look. The conservatory building has 5 distinct rooms with different types of tropical, desert, and seasonal plants. During my visit, the ticket price was $6 for adults and $4 for children. Admission for 5 and under is free. The conservatory has a few free admission days per month, so I recommend checking out their website if you plan to visit. Beyond the bigger landmark features, the park also hosts an amphitheater, a playground, a splash pad, walking paths, and tennis courts. Overall, this park has something for everyone. It's a beautiful example of an Olmsted-designed park, and if you're in the area, I recommend visiting. The park is easily accessible by car with paved roads and limited parking, as well as paved sidewalks and landscaped walking paths. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, you'll have the option to turn on notifications when the next video is posted. I'll see you next time.